Hello and welcome. Let's build a very, very big, noble house. Um, I'm sure we're all very excited for the new season of Bridgerton. Hopefully, we'll get news of when we can expect to see more from the tone this year or next year. Hopefully this year though. I'm really hoping for this year. I really like that show. So we're gonna build a house, and I call it a house. It's like the difference between like a castle with like the spires, versus like one of the houses that you'll see in either Outlander or Bridgerton, um, where there is like this huge in town um, fortification almost, right? So I'm just building this outer wall here, and this outer wall that I'm working on right now, it's going to be enclosed, and there'll be a door, and you'll see it later. Um, but so it'll have an entryway and a courtyard. Um, what I'm building now, I think, is going to become a uh, like a library, or just a recreational um, rest room, I guess. But I think it'll turn into more of a library, studious type room, um, because the on the other side, um, those two rooms, or that really big room that you see over there, on that other side is going to be like a ballroom slash dining area. I'm not sure where I'm gonna do with the dining room just yet. That will come as we build. When you're building in Sims, the best thing to do is just kind of go with the flow and see, like, kind of have a plan if you want to. Know what you're building, and but be kind of fluid with it. Don't uh, box yourself in too much unless that's what you want to do. No judgment, no hates, nothing like that on this channel. Um, but yeah, so we're just going to build a little castle, house, whichever you want to say. Um, I really like this style, you know, um, but this back one's giving me nothing. That back room is giving me nothing to work with. We'll fix that later. If there's anything that you're like, oh well, maybe I don't really like that, you can change it, of course. But this is going to be a very long video because, as you can see, the lot is huge, and we will be doing multiple floors, uh, and we'll do some greenery in that courtyard there, and it's not all going to be symmetric. There's a little bit of difference between the two sides. That's fine, that's great. We like to see it I like this. I think this area right here that I'm working on right now is going to be like a kitchen area. I think that'll be a great place for a kitchen. Um, anyway, and it just cuts into that courtyard just a little bit, not enough to like make it feel cramped and just, you know, but it still makes it feel spacious enough, I think. So let's remove that floor because we want the grass there. Perfect. Okay. So I got started in The Sims right around 2018 is when I first downloaded the games on Origin. I started with Sims 3, and then I moved on to Sims 4. And then I left the game for a little while, and then last year I really got into it. I came back to the game, and I've been building and creating ever since. But I figure let's try to make a YouTube video on it, showing kind of what I've been doing. Um, I feel like I've gotten a little bit better since I first started, which is always good. I'm going to open this ceiling here. There we go. So that way once we get plants in there and uh, trees and grass that I'm going to put in there, um, the plants will get sunshine so it can grow, and they grow anyway because it's Sims. Anything can be reality, but I'm keeping it just a little bit more realistic than normal, or on the realistic side is what I'm doing here. And then this copy and paste button is a lifesaver. Yep, there we go. Just box that in. Rooms, more rooms. I don't have every single pack of Sims, like the expansion packs. I have a few. I have Get to Work, Cats and Dogs. I know I have Wedding Stories. I have the Island Living. The that Spellcasters one. So I have a good collection of them, of packs, but I don't have all of them just yet. We're just making our way through there, but I do use custom content. So let's just cover that. I like the idea of that entryway being covered like that. I don't know why. I feel like it just brings it together, right? So this area here, let's see. Oh yes, tall walls. All right, third floor. Let's get that going. And what I like to do is I like to shape the building first, get the bones down, and then go back in and work, floor by floor by floor, slowly just working my way up into a building, just into the details as we build. But yeah, so I like to start as a whole, look at the project as a whole, shape it, what kind of structures we want, what kind of rooms we want, where we want things kind of. And of course, things are always fluid. Um, Plans don't always go as we expect. So, yeah, and it's a fun game. It's a lot of creativity and stuff, so there's always that. I do this in between schoolwork and stuff. Um, so yeah, and I'm learning how to do this YouTube. So okay, and the way I just said, learn how to do this YouTube. Have you ever seen the another Cinderella story? And where the stepsister's just like, yes, connect me to the YouTube. I don't know why that's been on my mind lately. uh, but okay, so I don't know if this third floor is going to be like for the royals, or I'm going to have it be like a military thing, because I also want it to be just um like fortifiable, if that's a word. I want it to be able to be defendable. Um, so yeah, that's kind of what I'm going for. These I'm hoping are going to be like turrets, so that way uh, whoever's defending the castle can look down and shoot the invaders, or just defend the attackers in general. Um, yeah, because even though this is supposed to be like an in the city kind of house, um, we all know that England and France have their fair share of internal battles. So, uh, I would think that the noble houses would want their beautifully made houses and family homes, I guess, defensible, I guess. So I'm just trying to work with these round walls. Um, you know, The Sims did a really good job in trying to bring in what we've been asking for a while. The round walls, but we also want round walls that we can integrate into buildings. But I can't extend that flat wall into another flat wall. um, so, okay, let's try that. Um, so they don't blend seamlessly, and Sims is such a huge game that there's going to be flaws, of course. Um, Not everything has to be perfect. Yeah. So let's just kind of see where the things go. Um, I'm. Oof. Okay. I don't know. Okay, so I'm not doing an actual roof because, once again, a lot of times In order to defend a castle, you have to look down from below, and I feel like the flat roofs will kind of reflect that better than a normal roof. um, and I feel like an actual roof would be um, too much. What do you think? I don't know. Maybe I should do. No. Because, yeah, no. I like that flat. Okay. So, yeah. And we're just going to do that flat wall. That's going to fill in that courtyard like we did when we filled in. But that's okay. We'll just do what we did last time and remove the whatever floor it decides to put there once we connect the walls, because the game is built to do that, which is okay. This outside is going to need a lot of character. I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of plain right now. I'm just adding some windows. It's really hard to find an actual window for these curved walls. But yeah, there you go. And of course they have to have a shutter, because on the first floor, you're gonna want your windows protected from both people, and also, just rocks that might be kicked up by a carriage, or in modern times, a car. But yeah, here we go. So here's some windows, and of course with the shutters, and then I'm gonna stick. There we go. I think that looks a lot better. Okay. Yeah. Brown, black, stone. I like the black windows. Yeah. And that's so typical of me. Most of my builds end up being like black or white. So it's just easier that way. But yeah, so this is gonna be a multi-part build. It's a long process. It's gonna take a while. But I'm excited to get started, and I hope that this video saves and uploads okay. But yeah, so I just finished putting windows on there, and as we finish out this video, this part of the process, that's what it looks like for now. I will try to get part 2 up as soon as possible, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I don't like those like bay windows. They're really small. It's really hard to find like decent windows for big buildings, those are great, but they don't have shutters. Okay, so I think that's going to be all for today. Thank you, and have a good night.